Captain America is a 1944 black-and-white film serial produced by Republic Pictures. It is based on the popular comic book character created by Joe Simon and Jack Kirby. The serial is divided into 15 chapters, each approximately 20 minutes long. The plot of the serial follows District Attorney Grant Gardner, played by Dick Purcell, who becomes the costumed superhero Captain America to stop the villainous Scarab from stealing an advanced remote-controlled explosive device called the Dynamic Vibrator. Along the way, Captain America must also battle Scarab's minions, including a femme fatale named Lola played by Lorna Gray. The serial is notable for being one of the earliest live-action adaptations of a comic book superhero, predating even the Superman serials of the late 1940s. However, the production values of Captain America are relatively low, with limited special effects and action scenes that often take place off-screen. Despite its flaws, Captain America was popular with audiences and helped cement the character's place in popular culture. The serial has since been released on DVD and Blu-ray, and remains a cult classic among fans of vintage superhero media. The serial was directed by Elmer Clifton and John English, and written by Royal K. Cole, Harry L. Fraser, and Ronald Davidson. In addition to Dick Purcell and Lorna Gray, the cast also includes Lionel Atwill as the villainous Scarab, as well as Charles Trowbridge, William Benedict, and John Davidson in supporting roles. The character of Captain America is depicted as wearing a colorful costume with a winged mask, as he did in the original comic books. However, the costume in the serial is made from a cheaper material than the iconic chainmail armor of the comics, and the mask is more like a domino mask than the winged cowl of the comics. The serial was released during World War II, and includes several patriotic themes and references to the war effort. Captain America is a 1979 made-for-television movie based on the Marvel Comics character of the same name. The film stars Reb Brown as Steve Rogers, who becomes Captain America, and Len Berman as Drive Simon Mills, the inventor of the Captain America serum. The movie follows Steve Rogers, a former Marine who volunteers for a top-secret research project that turns him into Captain America, a superhero with enhanced strength, speed, and agility. After he receives his powers, he is sent to stop a terrorist organization known as the White House from launching a nuclear missile at the United States. The film was directed by Rod Holcomb and produced by Universal Television. It was intended to be a pilot for a television series, but the series was not picked up by any networks. As a result, Captain America remained a standalone movie. Critics were not kind to Captain America, with many noting its low-budget special effects and lackluster script. Despite this, the movie has gained a cult following over the years and has been released on DVD and Blu-ray. It remains an interesting artifact of superhero movies in the late 1970s. Certainly, Captain America is a 1990 superhero film directed by Albert Payan and produced by Menahem Golan and Yoram Globus. The film stars Matt Salinger as Steve Rogers, Captain America, Ronnie Cox as Tom Kimball, Ned Beatty as Sam Kolowetz, and Darren McGavin as General Fleming. During World War II, the U.S. government creates a super soldier serum to create the perfect soldier. Steve Rogers, a frail young man with a strong sense of justice, is chosen to be the recipient of the serum and becomes Captain America. But when his mentor, Drive Vasily, is assassinated, Steve is frozen in ice and remains in suspended animation for decades. In the present day, Steve is discovered by a team of scientists and brought back to life. He discovers that his old enemy, the Red Skull, is still alive and plotting to destroy America. With the help of Tom Kimball, the head of the president's security, and Sam Kolowetz, a former soldier, Captain America sets out to stop the Red Skull in his plans for domination. The film was not well received critically, with many critics citing poor acting, special effects, and direction. It was also criticized for deviating from the comic book source material, particularly with regards to the portrayal of the Red Skull. Despite these criticisms, the film has developed a cult following over the years and remains a popular curiosity for fans of superhero films. Captain America: The First Avenger is a superhero movie released in 2011, directed by Joe Johnston and starring Chris Evans as the titular character, Steve Rogers, Captain America. The film serves as an origin story for Captain America, exploring his transformation from a frail young man with a strong sense of justice into a super soldier who fights against the evil Hydra organization during World War II. The story begins in the early 1940s, with Steve Rogers being rejected from enlisting in the military due to his weak physical condition. However, he catches the attention of Dr. Abraham Erskine, a scientist working for the government who is developing a top-secret serum to create super soldiers. Rogers is selected for the experiment, which transforms him into a powerful and agile soldier. After his transformation, Rogers is sent to Europe to fight against Hydra, a Nazi organization led by Johann Schmidt, also known as the Red Skull, who seeks to harness the power of an ancient artifact called the Tesseract to dominate the world. Rogers teams up with Peggy Carter, a British intelligence officer, and Howard Stark, the father of Tony Stark, Iron Man, to stop Hydra and prevent the Tesseract from falling into their hands. The movie features several action-packed scenes, including a thrilling chase through the streets of New York City and a final battle between Captain America and Red Skull. It also introduces some key characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, such as Nick Fury and the Howling Commandos. Overall, The Captain America the Winter Soldier is a 2014 movie follows Steve Rogers, Chris Evans aka Captain America, as he tries to adjust to life in the modern world after being frozen in ice for several decades. He now works for the espionage agency S.H.I.E.L.D. and is sent on a mission with Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson, to rescue hostages from a ship that has been taken over by pirates. However, things take a turn when Captain America discovers that S.H.I.E.L.D. has been compromised by a mysterious organization called Hydra. He teams up with his new ally, Sam Wilson Anthony Mackie aka Falcon, to uncover the truth and stop Hydra's evil plans. Along the way, Captain America also confronts his old friend Bucky Barnes, Sebastian Stan, who has been brainwashed and turned into the deadly assassin known as the Winter Soldier. The movie features intense action sequences, suspenseful plot twists, and explores themes of loyalty, betrayal, and the price of freedom. Box office: Captain America, The Winter Soldier was a critical and commercial success, grossing over $714 million worldwide. It received praise for its storytelling, direction, action scenes, and performances, and is often regarded as one of the best movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In 2016, Captain America Civil War's release after an incident involving the Avengers results in collateral damage and civilian casualties, the United Nations decides to establish a system of accountability for the team. This causes a rift between Captain America and Iron Man, with the former believing that the Avengers should be allowed to act independently, while the latter thinks they should be under government supervision. As tensions rise and more heroes take sides, the situation escalates into an all-out war between the two factions. Meanwhile, a new villain, Helmut Zemo, sets a plan in motion to manipulate the Avengers into turning on each other. As the conflict comes to a head, the heroes are forced to confront the consequences of their actions and make difficult choices about what they believe is right. Captain America: Civil War grossed over $1.1 billion at the box office, making it one of the highest-grossing movies of 2016 and the highest-grossing film in the Captain America franchise.